Looking at Maharashtra's draft housing policy now, which will be released for public discussion shortly, indications are that the policy is being designed to augment the creation of affordable housing in the state. What are some of the key policy measures being considered and how are affordable housing players reacting to this draft policy? Nikhil Sivadas reports.
India's costliest real estate market, Mumbai, has been trying for over a decade now to provide affordable housing to the masses, only for various attempts to fall flat. But now the government in its new draft housing policy is planning a major push to make this happen.
It's in the right direction. It is actually, catering to the most important housing problem today in urban India, not only Mumbai and Maharashtra, but overall urban India is the affordable housing.
The government aims to create 19 lakh homes in and outside the Mumbai metropolitan region by 2022. And the new housing policy aims to boost affordable housing within Mumbai city and the peripheral areas. Here, the government hopes to act as an enabler by creating an affordable housing land bank by pooling together government land, setting up a housing fund where EWS and LIG citizens can invest and eventually buy a home, and also by creating a separate fund to provide loans to affordable housing developers.
So in order to boost the supply, you need government intervention, whatever said and done. On the other hand, government being the developer itself, the regulator itself, the allocating authority itself, everything together, I have my doubts that whether it would be really feasible for one government authority to do all in a one bundled service. It should be unbundled.
But that doesn't mean that private participation has been forgotten. The government is considering stamp duty concessions on sale and purchase. Inclusive housing and private schemes is also being brought back, with 20% of built-up areas being reserved for EWS and LIG housing. Additionally, developers will be given up to 300% additional FSI on payment of premium for constructing affordable housing projects. However, developers say this may not be possible.
Obviously, if you have land at 60% of the ready reckoner rate or additional FSI, then land's going to be quite expensive. So I don't see how, by following this rule of additional FSI at 60% of the ready reckoner rate, will translate into housing at say 15-20 lakh rupees an apartment.
The government is also pushing to create affordable housing stock in the peripheral areas of the city on the lines of the Naina project in Navi Mumbai. It has tasked CIDCO with identifying and developing 10 sites for the development of special townships where 60% of constructed homes will be for EWS and LIG housing and 30% for MIG housing. A move that's expected to create 50 to 100,000 affordable housing units in each township.
That's a good development because today if you go for a township project, the approvals take eternal time. CIDCO is a very professional organization and very capable organization. So it's good they're giving it to arguably the best placed institution in this effort. But I hope we move fast and the rollout of these policies happen at a quick pace.
Apart from this, the government is also making plans to redevelop the BDD chawls, the Mada transit camps, and also revamp the Slum Rehabilitation Authority. Now, these are very comprehensive schemes on paper. One can only hope that they are implemented on the ground. From Mumbai, Nikhil Sivadas, NDTV.